There is an energy that does not want this message out. I say that because this is like the fourth or fifth time I've had to record this, and I am determined now this is getting out. I got a downloaded message, a Neville Goddard statement. It's not what you want to that you attract. You attract what you believe to be true. Neville Goddard. Now, if you don't know who Neville Goddard is one of the co-conspirators of the I Am affirmations. He created his entire life through affirmations. He came from nothing. He was born, I actually have his profile up here on my laptop. He was born in the early 1900s, actually died 2 years before I was born. He died in 1972, I was born in 74. He was young too, he was only 67 years old. But he was the creator of the I Am affirmations. When I was shuffling the deck, I still have the cards out in front of me. The Seven of Wands came out. Seven of Wands talks about you are constantly on the defense. 111 is I just looked up. So this is about change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You can't attract in what you don't believe to be true. If you don't feel that you deserve what you were trying to call in, it is never going to happen. When I was shuffling the deck some more, a couple of the cards had fallen out. And then these two had fallen underneath my table. And it's the Hierophant and the Page of Swords. Now, the Hierophant is the higher above. This is your higher self. So, again, the statement is, it is not what you want to that you attract. You attract what you believe to be true. So if you believe that you are constantly on the fight, and you believe this to be true, you can't call in what your higher self is trying to tell you, or what you're trying to tell yourself that you think you might want. You have to live in the know to call it in. And I know this because I've done it. I know this because I'm living proof. You know, I look at this card and I call this like kind of batter up. When you want to get onto that home plate and you want to get up to bat and you want to call in to your higher self. The other cards that came out was the Devil and the Three of Swords. So, sorry to cover the Devil because they named it. So when you're living in this shadow and you're living in this brokenheartedness and you're living in this fight or flight mode and you're constantly on the defense, I know this because I lived this life for so long. This was me. I lived this life. But the other cards that came out was the King of Wands and the Page of Wands. So this is like leadership, standing up business. This is, you're ready. So you're ready to get up to bat and you're ready to live this life. But if you're living in this mentality, you can't get to this stage of your life, which is your higher self is saying you're ready for. But you're stuck in this stubbornness. You're stuck with your hands crossed, and 333, as I just looked over, you talk about divine guidance from your higher self. You're stuck focusing on these three. Ironically, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. You're stuck in this stubbornness of mentality. Look up, because here's your higher self telling you they're ready. And the other cards that came out was the Four of Wands, 1111, wish fulfillment. Good news is coming. At the bottom of the deck, whether this is a male energy or this was a male that was blocking this damn message, behind this, the Knight of Cups. Behind that, the Sun, happiest card in the deck. Behind that, the Tower. Behind that, the Knight of Swords, fastest energy. So get your head out of your ass, get into this mentality, because this is what your higher self is telling you that you're worth. Know that you can attract what you believe to be true. You will attract what you believe to be true. So if you think that you're worth getting up to bat, believe it and it'll come true. And if not, and you still are stuck in this mentality, hit the link in my bio and let's work on some shadows, because the devil is the shadow and the only way out is through. And again, I know that because I'm a self-proclaimed prophecy. I've worked 3 years plus doing inner shadow work on myself. I healed myself through shadow work. I came through out of the depths of hell. So I know about shadow work because I lived it, I breathed it, and I now teach it. So if you're still stuck in that shadow and you still feel like you're stuck in this stubbornness of mentalities and you don't know a way out, click the link in my bio. I offer a shadow journal. I offer a reading that comes with the shadow journal or just a reading. So do something, click something, but get to this point so that you can believe that you're ready for this, because your higher self is telling you this is your life. And the Sun and the 1111, this is all for you. and it's ready and waiting for you. You have to be ready and waiting for it. I love you all.